We are controlling transmission.
Motherfucker been in my house and shit. We've been going around for motherfucking 4 years of watching the worst ECW from Eastern to Extreme, and we heading towards the motherfucking pay-per-view. And every time, you know what I'm saying, I do the running bit where the motherfucker Mad Jack Slater never watches the show and shit. You know what I'm saying? And this motherfucker just came through, you know, from Michigan, you know what I'm saying, slaying some Wolverine pussy. We got to review these motherfucking shows, so we watched them actually on WWE Network.
Come on, somebody. Your brains probably thanked you.
And the entire motherfucking show from March 6th, he says not one word.
Just wasn't AEW. Dub for life.
Cannabis Connection in the house.
420 boys in the motherfucking building.
For the Extreme Retro Review for ECW, March 13th, 1997. For those who have the coveted, illustrious, and highly coveted tape trader version of this show, you will know that 55 minutes and 41 seconds were gifted to you most graciously through those second era internet trolls, you know what I'm saying, who did the dirty work, you know what I'm saying, to encapsulate ECW in its purest form from Sports Channel Philly or the MSG Network or whatever public access channel that you were scouring from. To the right of me, my guy watches this show on the Peacock because WWE Network is there, whoring themselves out to NBC Universal for tons of money, which my co-conspirator and fellow podcast journalist watches. And he's now going to give his thoughts and views, as well as the time from this show, which is on the streaming service that leases the streaming service that you subscribe to.
Let's see.
Like double geeked up. Double geeked up on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Oh shoot! This is why we're the 420 boys in the building. So the two different ways to watch this are like a tale of two CEOs. You have one CEO who runs a wrestling promotion from a bingo hall and does all sort of deals, and then eventually is unable to pay half their wrestlers and can't even really get on pay-per-view for real. And so y'all have to have one dude make a bunch of tapes, and then y'all redub this tape on down 1,000 times. And then you have another CEO. Now, he's a little dirty too, you know what I'm saying? Like he, you know, has, and, you know, unfortunately, allegedly, and unfortunately, they have to whore out themselves to pay for them legal bills. But in the meantime, while we're paying for Vince's indiscretions, we are able to enjoy this shit from the comfort of our couches without our eyes having to look away like it's a solar eclipse and stuff, because bad things will happen if you watch the Tape Trader show directly. So, with that being said, the time for the 3/11/1997 show was 46 minutes and 47 seconds. Overall, this show was seemed like kind of a mismatch of shit. I didn't really know what to think of it, so I wanted to ask you, is this like a compilation of shit that happened in Scranton?
Basically, it's like highlights of Scranton. You know what I'm saying? This is ECW takes Dunder Mifflin. We open with Joey in the ring in front of a furious crowd. He brings out the BWO. And I must say, this is not crowd sweetening. This is pure, legit autism. Spectrum. One look at Hollywood Nova and the Blue Meanie. Get the fuck out of here. I cannot take these geeks serious. Stevie actually looks like halfway decent, like a star. You know what I'm saying? Daisy Dukes is, it's like, that's his thing. All right, I get it, whatever. But you look at Meanie, you look at Nova, you just go, flea market. Bingo hall, Kinsman Party Center.
Yeah.
Crowd chants for the BWO and the plant rushes the ring to tongue Stevie down. Gross. Cops pull her out, but they want her to get back in the ring. Stevie rips off her shirt to a BWO chant, and he tongues her down. Gross. And it looked like Chastity. Stevie sucks up to Joey in the crowd. He formally throws his name in the hat for Raven's title. Meanie talks some shit. Raven comes out and DDTs Meanie and Nova like the geeks they are.
And then think twice about him afterwards.
Complete afterthoughts. HW thoughts.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's when business really picked up. But for the bit you ran into the crowd, I want to ask you. Plant, or was that...
Oh, absolute Plant.
Okay.
That was Chastity.
That was Chastity, yeah.
That was Chastity.
Okay.
Absolute Plant.
All right. But yeah, no. Oh, I marked the fuck out when Raven did that shit. And then I don't know why, but I was just watching him and shit. And I just happened to notice, like, he just never even...
Didn't look back.
Yeah, no.
Didn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fame, like, these motherfuckers could hit me from there. No, he knew they were done. Hit them both. Done. They're both done. Dude, what are we doing here? Why am I taking y'all serious? Taz slapped one like a couple months back. I told them geeks then, 3 years ago, the BWO is worthless.
Stevie didn't even do shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, fuck them, really.
Oh, so yeah, no, that shit made me pop. So, so yeah, no, love it.
Stevie's ready to fight. Raven plays mind games, and he bails. And we go into the theme. It's actually the debut of the barbed wire logo for ECW as the graphic and shit on the front. You know what I'm saying? It's not the static join the revolution theme anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just this barbed wire logo and shit. Boom.
That's what I get for being on my phone.
Joey's at the nest, hyping the pay-per-view, but tonight we're in Scranton. Shout out to Dwight, Jim, Pam, Michael Scott. Here's some highlights. Taz destroys Spike Dudley, taps him out. Guido takes notes as the rookie takes on Tommy Rich. Rich wins with Guido interference. Moving on. RVD and Saturn fight in a tag team ladder rematch with Sabu and Cronus as their partners. All four guys collapse the ladder and they improvise again. Hack and Putz come through with Beulah against the Dudleys. Tommy Dreamer does Sandman's beer stick.
Thank you.
He is the fucking simp of the millennium. Oh my God. This nigga had on, last when he was fighting with Tommy and when he was fighting with the Pit Bulls, he had on their t-shirt. Like, what are we doing with him? Like, how is he the lead babyface? He always plays Robin to whoever he's tagging with. Nobody wears the Innovator of Violence t-shirt. Nobody's stretching their arms out with him but his little bitch.
Sandman has been losing street cred. Like, if his street cred was like a Street Fighter 2 health bar and shit, his shit from saving Beulah last week. I'm not Beulah, I'm sorry. Peaches.
Gross.
From saving ghoulish ass Peaches to yucking it up and buddying it up with Tommy Dreamer and shit. His cred is dropping precipitously.
We had Lance Storm and his rat tail versus Axel Rotten. Spin a heel kick off the top rope for the win. Dudley's run in, beat up Lance. 3 versus 1 heels until the gangsters make the save. Of course, they get beat up. 3 versus 2. LOL. Word processor to the balls. A bloodied Axel proclaims that the Dudley boys are the best in the world, which brings out the Eliminators to protest. Mexican standoff until Lance drop kicks the Dudleys into the tag champs. 3 versus 4. Face clear the ring, and Sign Guy Dudley gets the total elimination. All this is at 22 minutes and 43 seconds of the Tape Trader version.
So much going on. So I've always had this question, and I just never really took the time to do a Google search or anything, but I figured I'd ask you since
I know his nerd ass don't know and shit.
do head bandages really do anything?
Explain.
Because New Jack came out in a head bandage, but his head wrapped up in gauze or whatever. Okay. And I was just wondering, like, other than, like, stop you from bleeding out through your head on your way to the hospital, does, like, wrapping your head in gauze a few times, does that really serve a real-life purpose?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you put down like a bandage, you wrap the gauze around it, and it holds the bandage in place.
Yeah.
Okay.
It softens up the chair shots.
Because for some reason, anytime I see someone in a head bandage,
I was like, okay.
it's an auto. LOL.
Just anybody in a neck brace doing moves forever. LOL. What are we talking about? How? Let's just fuck the business. I don't care. We have a hotline, Shill. What effect does ECW have on the Monday Night Wars? What does WCW have to say about that? What wrestler got fired by WWF? Who knocked Misty up? How? Why? Leave a personal message for Joel Gertner. For $1.99 a minute. Fuck that shit. And move on.
Heyo.
We have March 14th bumpers, a full card set to Wail by the John Spencer Blues Explosion. Moving on. Extreme Warfare Volume 2 for ECW Home Video, recounted by us in Extreme Retro Review number 243.
You're welcome.
We have dates for March 28th, April 4th, and it's set to Feel Me Flow by Naughty by Nature. Moving on. Back with Joey hyping the pay-per-view and Hostile Shitty Showdown 1997. LOL. We have Shane versus the Pitbull #1 in an I Quit match. And we end with a quick hype piece by Paul Lee. HW, your thoughts of Shane and Gary. I quit.
I don't know. I don't know why Shane is wasting his time with these jabronis. Like, why? Is he repaying a favor, or is he getting paid like that much? I don't know why.
He's getting part of that 1997 Pitbull t-shirt money.
As he should. As he fucking should. I mean, I don't know why. That's the only thing I'm asking myself at this point, because we call them Gary and Anthony. They call them Gary and Anthony. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing with the formerly known as Pitbulls here?
We come back with the Barely Legal t-shirt with Sabu and Taz. Side. Joey hits the line that it's so extreme, it's barely legal, and I instantly get irritated because I know I'm going to be hearing that line for the next 2 months. Moving on. Back with Joey Anthony hyping ECW's New Jersey debut, and some Sabu and Taz things happened. Taz is burying jobbers under the Team Taz flag until Sabu meets the flag. There's a fan cam shot of Taz who is inaudible, so Joey does the voiceover. Sabu out of nowhere runs into the ring and planchas onto the buried jobber. Why? Why? And Joey says, he stole Taz's kill. He stole and they're doing a pull apart because Sabu jumped on the jobber that Taz was going to dump on. Why didn't they just fight each other?
I don't know why you're asking me.
Then they had a pull apart. What for? None of them niggas want to fight.
Like, it's the most contrived, hold me back situation.
The nigga slid into the ring. It was like Taz was like half turned away. Sabu slides into the ring, looks at Taz, then jumps the opposite way out the ring to the jobber through the table.
Oh, my enemy beat up the guy I was going to beat up. Oh.
We have a Sabu and Taz hype package set to More Human Than Human, Superhuman, fuck this shit, move on. We got dates for March 14th, March 15th, which is Hostile City Showdown 1997. You can meet Putz and Beulah at the local comic book shop. March 15th is Hostile City Showdown 1997, and it's narrated by Paulie Dangerously. Moving on. We come back to Joel Gertner with a old school $100 bill on his forehead, and he's walking through the hood because the team that he's about to introduce destroyed the gangsters. Bubba Ray, Devon, the Dudley Brothers. L-O-L. Bubba Ray doesn't stutter anymore, but he ain't Bubba yet. And Devon does his testify shtick. And then we go into the return of Promorama. The Eliminators cut a promo putting over ECW Arena. They talk shit about Vince and Bischoff. Moving on. Tommy Rich explains how he's Italian. His family was in the mafia, and then they moved to Nashville. And that's how he's a paisan. Franny and Gary get spliced going back and forth, hyping up the Shane and Gary I Quit match at Hostile City Showdown. Franny's in the camera talking about I quit and kissing, and Gary's talking about you broke my neck. RVD cuts a promo on Taz. The Bulldozer cuts a promo on Terry Funk. There's a remix of the Terry Funk and Raven promo where he's sitting down. Tommy Dreamer cuts a sappy ass promo on Terry Funk and promises to end Raven's career. Quote the Putz, forevermore. We have a 1997 Hostile City Showdown, a hype video narrated by Paul Lee. Moving on. We have a barely legal t-shirt spot. Take a shot. We have CyberSlam 1997, recounted in the last ECW whole video. I didn't write the number.
You're welcome anyway.
We have a Team Taz t-shirt, a Sabu signature t-shirt, the Hack t-shirt spot, March 14th, 1997 at Hostile City Showdown, which is March 15th. Moving on. Joey introduces the TV main event for the evening, which is Cuck Candido versus Louie the Loser. It's slow to start. It goes through the break. And there's another Hostile City Showdown narrated by Paul Lee spot. We got 314 and the 315 meetup with Putz and Beulah at the comic book store. And then it's another Hostile City Showdown 1997 spot. And it goes back to the match. These niggas did 2 double downs in a row. One Hollywood special, and they act like this match was Hogan Warrior. I was bored to tears.
Oh, thank God.
Finnegoof gets distracted. Freddie crotches Louie. They do a series of 2 counts. The crowd chants bullshit. I concur, but for different reasons. Louie the Loser loses again. Cuck rubs it in his face. Shane laughs. Louie fights back. He gets beat up by the triple threat. Pit Bulls make the save. Shane and Gary are alone. Shane gets powerbombed by Gary. Full Nelson on Shane. It was a struggle. Full Nelson. He won't let go. The Goofs came in and tried to pull him off. The heels powder. It's too late, Gary, to quote Carole King. Some goof got in the ring. He had all fatigues on him. He said he looked like a No Limit soldier. H-Dub, your thoughts.
97, it could have been.
H-Dub, your thoughts of Cuck versus Louie the Loser.
Oh, man, I am so glad that you said you was bored, because I ain't going to lie. Before post-match, I was on my phone wheeling and dealing on the Age of Origins, trying to make an alliance with my nation and shit. So if anybody plays that in Euro World 830, the JLA needs some help, because I done poked the wrong bears. Help. The post-match, that's when I really got help. I really got started paying attention to shit. I was tickled by the post-match beatdown of Spicoli. I did not. That's watching Shane helpless in the Hurt Lock like that. Watching him in the Hurt Lock like that kind of broke my heart, and which was made me think like that. What did Shane like? Who's he doing this favor for? How did he end up here or whatever? So those are my thoughts.
Overall, all that hype, and we didn't see the fuck wide because we won't be seeing Hostile City Showdown 1997.
Oh, of course. It's probably for the best. Thank God. You probably here today because we didn't see Hostile City Showdown. Probably saved your life.
I'm looking to see if this nigga head explodes. March 12th, 2020, 5:32 a.m. Next week. The clipped up version of Hostile City Showdown 1997 will be reviewed by us in Extreme Retro Review number 208, which is the March 20th, 1997 show. But until then, always know, life is a work, so make sure you get paid for it. For my man who beat up that Wolverine pussy, Mad Jack Slater, he actually watched the show.
Bravo and well done, sir.
We out, peace.
Peace.
We are controlling transmission.